here on Quantas. And any time I fly Quantas and I get back to Earth safely, I'm really, really happy. I wasn't meant to be here this weekend. I was actually flying to Wellington, but we got halfway there and one of the engines fell off. So here I am. Now I can't tell you how scary it is looking out the window of an aeroplane and looking at the engine and seeing it fall off. It gives new meaning to the term, grab a seat. But I suppose I shouldn't really complain because after all I got the airfare for free through a friend of mine, Pansy Wong. Yes, Pansy Wong is in so much trouble right now. She is learning that two Wongs aren't always right. But seeing as I was here anyway, Smita said, look, would you like to help us out with the comedy? And I said, well, yes, what would you like me to do? And she said, just get up and give a speech. All we ask is that the speech is consistently funny. And I thought, well, no pressure then. And while I'm at it, would you like world peace and a cure for AIDS? It would be easier. I mean, I don't think people realise how hard stand-up comedy is. You know, to get material for an evening like this, I had to spend hours and hours of hard work copying stuff from the internet. And she said, also, we don't want you to have any violence, racism or obscenities. And I thought, well, there goes most of my material. And then just when I was about to walk up before, she said, oh, just one more thing. Make sure there's no sex. And I thought, well, I've lasted 40 years so far. I think I can make another 5 minutes. But then I was wondering how to pronounce Smita's name. I thought I heard people say Smither and Smitter and Swither, and I thought, who can I ask who would actually understand the correct pronunciation? And then I thought, Paul Henry. He would know. He would know. Hold your hand up if you love Paul Henry. Yeah. Hold your hand up if you think he's an insensitive, racist, chauvinist pig. That's it, ladies. Kick him while he's down. Yeah. Right now, he's about as popular as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl at an Indian beauty pageant. It's been about 6 weeks, I think, since Paul Henry had to walk the plank. And the breakfast show just isn't the same without him. In fact, the breakfast show is now the only show on TV that has a negative Nielsen rating. How does that happen? Well, they asked people without TVs, and they said they'd heard about the show, and even if they had one, they wouldn't watch it. Well, I'm not here to talk about Paul Henry. And I'm not here to talk about TV or Pansy Wong. I'm here to talk about girls. Girls. I haven't had one yet, but I like thinking about it. You know, over my years at sea, I've been learning how to pick up girls. It hasn't worked yet, but I'm learning about it. And one of the things I picked up in my readings and my travels is that you can learn a lot about a woman by her body language. You see, I read that if a woman has her feet pointing towards you, it means she's interested. forgot to mention the exception. If her foot is pointing towards you and it's moving really, really fast, it's really, really painful. But I think some of the problems between men and women are because of communication. You see, the problem is that women communicate with words and men communicate with sounds. And people who create movies, they've understood this for a long time. For example, you'll remember the pirate movie Jaws, where if they want to convey a sense of fear, violence and trauma, they use sound. And the same principle applies in other areas. There's a universal symbol of fear, a sound that when any pirate anywhere in the world hears this sound, he knows that there will soon be fear, violence and trauma. Da